it. It's working. Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we are starting at night, very early morning at like 6:30 a.m. from northern, I'm actually not even sure what country I'm in right now. Guess we'll find out once we're on the plane. I think it's northern France or perhaps Belgium. And we're gonna fly to Scotland. Our co-pilot is already in the plane. And we removed the wheel chocks and the pilot tube covers and everything. So I think we are ready to climb in the plane. Yeah, there's no more covers to remove.
Hello, Captain. It's a real
Hello.
pleasure to be flying together.
Likewise. A real pleasure indeed. Okay, let's start that. Let's start that bird, shall we? So let me see if I can do it from memory instead of relying on the checklist. In real life, I would always look at the checklist, but it's kind of interesting to learn to. All right, so trim set to take off. We want these firewall shut off to be in and the fuel shut off to be in for sure. We want the power all the way to idle. We want the propeller to be in full forward or feather, depending on the wind. And then this has to be in cutoff mode. Next, we want to make sure that we don't have any of those things turned on, because that might heat up the engine unnecessarily. We want the engine to stay as cool as possible during takeoff. So we're also going to turn off the AC. Let's see, let me remove the knee boards for this. Inertial separator, we are not gonna, well, we're on asphalt, so we don't need to turn it on. And now we're gonna move to over here. We're gonna turn the battery on. We're gonna turn the avionics 1 on. And we're gonna wait that those red cross go away for the most part. There we go. Then we're gonna make sure that our fuel boost is on. We need it for starting up the engine. And then we're just gonna put our starter into start. There we go. I was supposed to check that the bus volts were at 25. They are now 23, which is probably from the starter. Okay, NG is at 12, so we can now go into
Hi there.
flight idle.
It's Marino. Now that you're all set up, let me go over the important details with you.
Sorry, the fuel condition
You
to
have materials behind you. Urgent shipment for our client site.
flight idle.
Expected in no time at Stromness. Skids are designed to withstand turbulence.
Now the starter
but it's crucial
can
that
be
you keep a steady
turned
flight
off.
speed and adjust to changing conditions. Let's get the
It's
cargo
probably
there
right.
secure and on
It should
time.
go to off.
You
Yeah,
have all the pertinent
it went
information
to
in
off
your flight
automatically.
packet as a reminder.
And I want
Here's
the
to a
avionics 2 to
successful
be
flight.
on. Oh boy, my switch. Yeah, there you go. Beacon light should be on, should have been on already. Nav lights on. We're gonna wait for the strobe so that we don't blind people if there's anybody else in the airport. And we want the taxi lights to be on. Taxi lights. That's the landing lights, taxi lights. Here we go. Yeah, low volt on the battery. That will go away as soon as the... Oh, the generator is not on. That could be a problem. No, that's ignition. Generator is on. Okay, well, that low battery went off. And now we have Buzzvolt 28. So we are good. We are going to announce taxi.
Echo Bravo Sierra Tango traffic. Cessna Foxtrot
This
Golf
is a
November
non-towered
Papa
airport.
Echo is taxiing to runway 24 right. Echo
Let's
Bravo
turn off
Sierra
that,
Tango traffic.
That flashlight, that now that the startup is complete. There we go. We actually can turn on a little bit of floodlight so that we see what's going on a little bit better. Which one is left flood? There we go. Okay. Try to keep it at minimum. There we go. So that we don't kill our night vision, and we are actually gonna avionics. We're gonna dim them a little bit. We don't need to be that bright. Okay, avionics. That standby instrument. Oh, that's for these. Okay, those are good to have. Left flood. Left panel. Oh yeah, actually we don't need the floodlights when we have these. It's nice to have. I like to have it. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a little bit on. Center flood we don't need. Right flood completely off. Okay. Alright, let's release the parking brake and start taxiing. Excuse me, sir, I'm gonna chop off your head. There was a worker that was standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sorry. Okay. Cute little airport, it seems. So where are we exactly? Let's find out in our let's not run into any building, but let's find out in our flight planner here. I better make sure that our cruising altitude is not too high, so I'm gonna put something here. I'm gonna put 4,000. 4,000, which is 400 flight level. Hey, why is this not? What's going on here? Why is the plane not responding to me anymore? Oh, I think it's because I need to get out of this little guy quickly before I run into a building. Okay. Wow, that is an interesting gotcha. If your mouse is in that box here, your flight controls will be inoperable and you will run into the grass. That is quite silly. Is that where I come from? I think I went. No, that's not where I come from. Where is the airport? My goodness. How is that possible? I am lost. Ah, interesting to see how easy it is to get lost at night. Let's go into drone mode to make sure. That's grass. Ah, here it is. This is where I got off. So I just need to make a left here and go back to here. Alright. Good to know. Luckily I did not run into a building and crash my plane. That would have been a great start to my mission. Oh boy, let's not go too fast here. It's very bumpy. There it is. We're back on our taxiway. Okay, so now we're gonna stop the plane and we're gonna check this flight. So now it put me at 2,500, which is not really what I want at all. So let's put 4,000 feet. This plane is not capable of going to 25,000 feet. And voila. Okay. Alright, and now we can see where we are. So EBSD Saint Truden. If I go to Sky4 Sim, I think I can get Google Maps to show up, which will be more interesting. Loading. Yeah, I don't care about that. So Kirkombenstruden, that does seem like we are in maybe Netherlands, or what is this country? Brussels. Oh, okay, we're pretty close to Brussels. So this is actually Belgium, between Brussels and Liège. Sint-Truden. Okay, so that's where we are taking off from. We're going to be flying over Antwerp at night, perhaps Rotterdam, and then over the channel in the North Sea. We're going to follow the coast of United Kingdom to get all the way to the top, the tip of Scotland. So this is our flight plan, and while we're here, let's check out our METAR. There's quite a bit of wind, 21 knots from 220, and we have 981 hectopascal. So let's adjust this here. 981. There we go. 981 on our altimeter. And marginal VFR, there's quite a bit of clouds. It's probably going to have me file a IFR plan. There we go. And then let's confirm that the altitude elevation 225, and it's giving me 260. So it's about right. Okay. Yeah, so there's a CTAF frequency, but yeah, interesting that we have 20 knots. And where do you want me to take off from? You want me to 24, right? Okay, so we'll take off into the wind. That's good. Okay. So with that being said, now we can get back into flying, or taxiing, I should say, and while we taxi here, I might let's see. Check. Yes, that sim bandit. Sim rate bandit needs to be on so that I know
sim rate 1.
What's my current sim rate. And let me check on Twitch. But everything is looking good.
Things handle what? I'm ready.
Yeah, right here. You walking around, Jason.
Yo, sit this here, right? Sit this here.
Nah, you can't.
Sit this here, right? Sit this here.
Nah, you can't.
Sit this here, right? Sit this here.
Nah, you can't.
Okay. Lovely. Alright, back into our... Interesting. Why is it not showing me any... Okay, let's not worry about that right now. And let's fly. Let's get back to our taxi. All right. It's getting lighter already over there. I can see that. Oh boy, I'm going too fast. And I'm getting penalized for taxi speeding. Yeah, 30 knots. That's definitely too fast. Let's slow down a little bit. Yeah, you usually want to not go over 15 knots. The simulator, I think the Microsoft penalized you after 20 knots, so you want to stay under 20 knots on the ground.
Simrate 2.
But what I'll do is I'll just get Simrate 2 so that we get faster to our old shorts. Not the most exciting to taxi for very long, so keeping an eye on my ground speed to make sure it's under 20 knots. The wind is in my back right now, so it's pushing me faster, and there's 20 knots of wind, so that explains why my ground speed quickly gets high. All right, let's get back to Simrate 1. And here's our hold short. Okay, we announce takeoff on the CETA frequency.
Echo Bravo Sierra Tango traffic. Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo. Taking off runway 24 right. Departure to the north. Echo Bravo Sierra Tango traffic.
Alright, so we want to turn off our taxi light, turn on our landing light, turn on the strobe lights. Okay, strobes are on. Here's runway. I could go technically to the start of the runway, but that'll be okay. Okay, let's make sure actually our fuel use should be back to norm. And fuel condition on. Prop full to the max. The prop is to the max, and we are ready to go. So here's my power, and I want about 20 degrees of flaps. And here we go. Rolling. Oh, and yes. Okay, good. Alright, this is my rotation speed.
V1, rotate.
And we are in the air. Okay, so now we want to target VY for best rate of climb. And here it is. So courier mode is showing me those gates, and I turn them off because that is not realistic. Oh, my ITT is too high. Yeah, I gotta keep monitoring those temperatures, not to damage the airplane. And now that I'm above 1,000 feet, I can definitely remove the flaps. Oh, and and I just realized I forgot to
Cessna
turn on
November Papa
my...
Echo. Radar contact 1 mile south of Echo Bravo Lima 90, 1300. QNH 9080.
Okay. Non squawk.
Lead approach. Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo. 1 mile south of Echo Bravo Lima 90.
I am responding to the
1600. Request
radars.
IFR to Echo Golf Zulu Quebec. Ready to copy.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo is cleared to Echo Golf Zulu Quebec Airport as filed. Squawk 07 tree.
It's raining. Okay, acknowledge IFR.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf
12,000
November
feet?
Papa Echo. Cleared to Echo
Why
Golf
12,000
Zulu
feet?
Quebec Airport is filed. Squawk 07 tree.
Oh, I know why. Because I forgot to send my
Cessna November Papa Echo.
My flight plan
Read
to
back
the...
correct. Radar contact
Yeah, there you go.
1900.
Send to ATC
QNH
avionics.
9080.
Okay.
Turn left heading tree 10. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 12,000.
That's too late.
Turn left heading tree 10. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 12,000. Cessna November Papa Echo.
Okay, I'm gonna need to...
Cessna November Papa Echo contact Brussels Center on 125.0. Good day.
Okay, when I'm done with those
125.0 for
radio calls
Cessna
here...
November Papa Echo. Brussels Center. Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo is passing 2,500, climbing 12,000. Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo, Brussels Center, QNH 9079er, radar contact, continue.
Okay, I think I'm finally done with the radio calls for now. So I need to pause for a second because I forgot to turn on my force feedback software. So that's gonna take just 2 seconds. There it is. Yeah, I have the Flight Sim CLS60 force feedback yoke, and it's amazing. But the only one of the only gripes that I have about it is that you need to make sure you start the software before every flight, every time you use it. And if your yoke was not turned on when the software started, and you have to restart the software. A bit of a pain. Because I often turn off my yoke to save, electricity. And yeah, that's something I hope they will fix. Well, I do feel the crosswind here. I gotta... Yeah, my plane wants to... Like, if I don't do anything, my plane is turning. It is from the wind. So I have to turn into the wind here. Yeah, there's 20 knots. Oh, actually 45 knots now. Wow. It's 45 knots of wind. That's quite intense. Okay, so I'm gonna, instead of trying to climb to 12,000, I'm gonna try to stay at 4,000. So I'm gonna ask ATC to, actually I'm gonna cancel AFR.
Since we're flying near Centurion,
decrease.
let me tell you about Brewston Airfield, also known as EBST. This airfield has quite a story. It was originally built in the 1930s and played a significant role during World War II. Serving both the Belgian and German air forces at different times.
Minus 4,000.
After the war, it was used by the Belgian Air Force for pilot training, and today it's a hub for general aviation and flight schools. Aviation enthusiasts love visiting EBST because you never know if you'll spot a vintage aircraft or a student pilot nervously nailing their first solo landing.
Flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
still wants me to climb, even though I cancelled the IFR. I wonder if it's gonna penalize me if I don't do that. Oh, and I can't skip until I do that.
8903, flight level 370. Malta 8903 radar.
Okay, let me try again with IFR. Maybe this
Approach
time it will.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo. 3 miles south of Echo Bravo Hotel Lima. 4500. Request IFR to Echo Golf Zulu Quebec. Ready to copy.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo is cleared to Echo Golf Zulu Quebec Airport as filed. Squawk 07 Tree.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo. Cleared to Echo Golf Zulu Quebec Airport as filed. Squawk 07 Tree.
Cessna November Papa Echo. Read back correct. Radar contact 4400. QNH 979er. Continue to putty following heading tree 0. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 12,000.
Why do you want me to climb and maintain 12,000?
Continue to putty following heading tree 0. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 12,000. Cessna November Papa Echo.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to climb to 12,000 if I wanna.
Cessna November Papa Echo.
Going to 125.0. Cessna November
CAN
Papa
ATC
Echo.
Microsoft Flight Simulator is the most frustrating thing.
Brussels Center, Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo
I hope
is at
that
4,600
someday they will
climbing 12,000.
support third-party ATC software like Say Intentions in the career mode. That would make me very happy.
Radar contact.
Given the current state of career mode and all the bugs that they have, I doubt that it's high on their priority list. So unfortunately we're stuck with this annoying canned ATC for now. So okay, so I'm gonna have to climb to 12,000 then. Alas. I mean, it's a nice nice view, and I think it'll be nice when we are above the clouds and we see the stars and get to see the sunrise. I think that'll be quite nice. What do you think, co-pilot? Nothing. That's another thing that would be amazing, is if I can talk with my co-pilot and have AI respond. Which Say Intentions actually supports. But what I would like is to see her lips move. That would be cool. Of course, that's not really essential to a flight sim, but it would make long flights more fun. I'm sure it'll be coming someday. Okay, we are climbing, and we still have a ridiculous amount of wind. See what happens if I do this. Okay.
Simrate 2. Simrate 1. Simrate 0.5. Simrate 0.0625. Simrate 1.
Since we're flying near Schaffen
Simrate 2.
Airfield, EBDT, let me share a bit about
Simrate
it.
1.
Schaffen Airfield is a well-known spot among Belgian aviators. It was established in the 1930s and has served as a base for both military and civilian aviation over the years. The airfield is especially famous for hosting the annual Schaffen Diest parachuting event, which attracts skydivers from all over Europe.
Right, good to know. This was the Say Intentions tour guide, in case you're wondering. She gives me like tidbits of information about interesting point of interest around where I'm flying. And, some of them are more interesting than others. Let's look outside for a minute. This is beautiful scenery. The clouds in the scene are really, really something. I think it's the first time I fly with so much crosswind. Oh boy, wasn't looking at my speed, totally went down. It's really scenic. Okay, I'm crossing the flight path here. I could set up my autopilot. There we go. So let's see. Autopilot. We're gonna want to make it GPS. GPS. Here we go. And altitude. The altitude that we want is 12,000. There it is. I set altitude 12,000, and now and I'm gonna set my heading bug a little bit this way, and let's turn on my autopilot. Okay. Oh shoot! It's gonna try to go up. Okay, my autopilot is doing nonsense here. I'm not sure what it's trying to do, but I'm gonna take over because it's clearly not working. Alright, so we are back to manual control because my autopilot couldn't handle the wind. I'm not sure, but it's just not going in the right direction at all.
Control, KLM 76 Quebec, flight level 210. KLM 76 Quebec, radar contact.
Okay. We're almost at 12,000. And again, I lost quite a bit of speed. Stars. Ah, here is Orion. That constellation here. It's one of the things another thing I love about this year is that the constellations are accurately depicted. We have Orion, Orion's belt, and then at the top left corner of Orion is Betelgeuse, a huge red star.
Airframe 62 Juliet Golf, radar contact.
Oops. Just sent my microphone flying away. Here it is, it's back.
KLM 62 Alpha, flight level 360.
Alright, well, almost at 12,000 feet. There it is. So, getting back to flight level. I'm gonna adjust my RPM to about 1600, 1700, something like that. Now that I'm cruising and I'm trying to stay at 12,000.
Since there aren't any major landmarks right beneath us, let's talk about the closest city, Herentals. This charming Belgian city dates back to the Middle Ages and is known for its impressive belfry, which is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Herentals has always been a crossroads for traders and travelers, and its old city gates are still standing as a reminder of its medieval past. The city is also famous among cyclists. It's the birthplace of Rick van Looy, one of Belgium's greatest cycling champions.
Interesting. Okay, we are... So this time I was able to turn on the autopilot and it worked. It did not go crazy on me. Okay, and
sim rate 2.
I'm gonna accelerate the sim rate a little bit. Ah, this is gorgeous over here. Let me snap a little pictures of this. There it is. So let me see what's a good. I mean, this is a pretty good angle. There we go. Yeah, I'm loving these clouds and the lighting. It's beautiful. All right.
Sim rate 8.
Oh, and then we do have some
sim rate 4.
traffic up there. You see, like, very fine the distance, a little plane. So once we are over the sea, the North Sea, I think I'll skip to the descent, because it's quite a long flight and we're just getting started here. And yeah, and then most of the flight is not that interesting. It's just over the sea. And I think the airport we're going to is probably a tiny little airport, given that it's at the northern tip of Scotland. I can't imagine that it would be very big, but let's learn a little bit about our destination here. More info. So it's at 51 feet, which means our pattern altitude for turboprop will be 1500 feet, 1550.
Cessna November Papa Echo contact Amsterdam Center on 119.175. Good day.
Okay.
Going to 119.175.
Sim rate 1.
Cessna November Papa Echo. Amsterdam Center. Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo 12,000.
Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo. Amsterdam Center. QNH 977. Radar contact. Continue to operate.
Okay. Continue to Oddville. Okay, so yeah, so I wanted to see the runway we're gonna be taking is runway 16. So it wants us to do this. It wants us to make a left here. Let's see.
Aircraft 1463, radar contact.
Oh, because he wants me to overfly the airport to see what's going on, but really I could just go straight into the left downwind here. Instead of doing this, it wants me to overfly the airport, do a teardrop U-turn to cross over the midfield again, and then enter left into the left downwind. That's a complicated approach for no good reason, I don't think. So I'm just gonna go straight into the left downwind, turn base, final, and then runway 16. But when I skip to the descent, I don't even know where the airplane is gonna be. I'll find out.
Sim rate 2. Sim rate 4.
So I'm seeing some boats down there. Lots of boats actually. There's still a bit of land. Yeah, so let's go back to where we are. And actually, a better map is Sky4 Sim. switch.
Since we're in the skies near Voenstrecht, let's talk about the city of Bergen op Zoom. This city is famous for its medieval fortifications, which were built in the 15th century to protect against invaders, and probably nosy neighbors too. The Markiesenhof, a stunning Renaissance palace, is a highlight for architecture fans and history buffs alike. Bergen op Zoom also played a key role during the 80 Years' War, with its defenses holding strong against several sieges.
This one, Promptorium. I don't know which start. Alright, we are about to. That's it, we are over our last tidbit of or getting over the North Sea, and now it's basically water for the rest of the trip. And it looks like the sun is rising to the right over there. Loving those cloud formations. So in drone mode.
KLM 1440 radar contact. KLM 51 light contact Rotterdam approach on 118.405. Switching to Rotterdam approach
very
on
small.
118.405, KLM 51 Mike.
Dutch Mail Info, Lufthansa 419, flight level 350.
Over the immensity of the sea, the North Sea. Water is probably extremely cold here. Love the drone mode. And I don't even know if we'll be able to see the English coast from where we are.
KLM 82 Zulu, flight level 260.
KLM 82 Zulu radar contact.
Probably not.
Dutch Mail Info, Lufthansa 441.
Let's get back into the plane.
Flight level 330.
Yeah, we're far. Maybe when we are
Dutch Mail Info, Air France 63 Lima X-ray.
when we are closer to the land, maybe there is some spots where I can actually see the coast from a distance, but I wouldn't put my yeah, the flight plan keeps us quite far. Actually, a part way here where we cross a bit of Scotland. But okay, let's go.
Sim rate 2.
It's time I think to skip to the descent.
Ryanair 67 Uniform Juliet radar contact.
Okay, so skipping to descent. Hopefully it works.
Dutch Mill Info, Tomjet 1 Hotel Alpha, flight level 340.
Tomjet 1 Hotel Alpha
Suspense, is it gonna work? Sometimes it crashes.
Cessna November Papa Echo. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Okay. With pleasure. So weird. Oh, it's making me fly right over the. I thought it was supposed to be daytime now. Why is it so dark? I guess. All right, so let's kind of get our bearings here. We are going west. And where is it? And then we are overflying Landing lights turn off. Well, I never turn them off. You turn them off. You. There it is.
Since we're flying near Flota Isle, let me tell you about the island itself. Flota is one of the Orkney Islands and played a surprisingly big role during both World Wars. The island was a key part of the naval base at Scapa Flow, which was one of the most important anchorages for the British Royal Navy. During World War II, Flota was bustling with thousands of service personnel, and you can still spot remnants of military buildings scattered across the landscape. Today, it's a quiet place with dramatic coastal views.
Oh, yeah,
And aviation fans sometimes spot seals lounging on the beaches
November
from
Papa
above.
Echo would like to cancel IFR. Cessna November Papa Echo. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Hey. Squawk 700. And now we want to announce position.
Echo Golf Zulu Quebec traffic. Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo. 2 miles west, 3900. Inbound to land. Runway 16. Echo Golf Zulu Quebec traffic.
Okay, we're actually gonna fly that right 180 teardrop. While we descend. Oh, and then let's double check the weather again. More info because I think that yeah, 990 is the altimeter setting here. 990. There it is. We have a little bit of wind, but not that much. Okay. Right. Oh, and it gave me some flaps. I don't want the flaps yet. Let's put RPM to max. And we're gonna overfly the airport at about 2,500 feet. So well above pattern altitude. And then enter the left downwind. But we do want to enter the left downwind at pattern altitude, so we don't want to be too high. And where is that airport? Oh, it's down here and there's absolutely no lights on it. Is that it? This dirty, oh yeah, I see it. It's this dirty airstrip with no lights whatsoever. Interesting. Okay. So
Echo Golf Zulu Quebec traffic. Cessna Foxtrot Golf November Papa Echo. 1 miles east, 2,400 inbound to land. Runway 16. Echo Golf Zulu Quebec traffic.
it's gonna be interesting that there's no lights on it and it's nighttime. It'll make it more interesting. Okay, we're at 1,500 feet. And we entered the left downwind runway 16. Once we are, I'm gonna wait a few seconds here and start our base turn. Okay, I think it's a good point to start our base turn. And I'm gonna put 20 degrees of flap. Lost where it is because
since we're flying over the
light.
Orkney Islands, let me point out the island of Hoy, which is just to our west. Hoy is famous for its dramatic cliffs and the Old Man of Hoy, a 449-foot sea stack that looks like it was designed by a particularly ambitious
little
giant.
Light on the left here.
The island was a key lookout point during both World Wars, with gun batteries and observation posts set up to watch over Scapa Flow. Birdwatchers love Hoy for its colonies of puffins and other seabirds, and hikers come from all over to tackle the steep trails.
Power completely idle. I might have to do a bit of a slip if I want to lose a bit more speed. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of a slip, just to lose a bit of speed.
Simrate 0.5. Simrate 1.
There it is. Boy, yeah, I am way too fast. But I'm still gonna attempt it because I know that what in the world is going on with this airplane? Come on, stop. Okay, this was real life. I would definitely have gone around and not.
Well, welcome to Orkney weather. The rain here is like a local celebrity,
this was not
always
my
making an
finest
appearance,
hour here.
usually uninvited, and never shy about stealing the spotlight. It's all thanks to the North Atlantic, which keeps things lively with frequent showers and dramatic skies.
So why did my reverser not work? I was trying to put the reverser and it didn't work, and so that's why I totally overshot the end of the runway. But yeah, granted I was coming in too fast anyways because it's so hard to see this airport. Makes me want to try again that landing because I didn't do very well. Let's see. Let's put the flaps back to here. And I think the problem is my controls here. There is a setting somewhere here. The reverser toggle, yeah, and it's not set. That's the problem. So, is it one of the essentials? Hold thrust register, yeah, that's the one. There it is. So now that I have that, I'm gonna do, yep, that's it, that's the reverser. Oh, I need to set that to flight idle. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna risk my whole mission here so that I can practice landing again. All right. So let's take off. And we'll do the same pattern, left pattern. Of course, I'm gonna give me taxi speeding. I'm not taxiing, I'm taking off. And here's rotate speed. There we go. Up in the air.
Overlay activated. Overlay off.
Sure, it's not very often that you would land at a unlit airport at night. I never did that in real life. I don't think I ever will. But it's a fun challenge, so. Now it seems like it's less dark than it was on my last pass. Yeah, I can see like earlier I couldn't even see anything. I could only see that light over there at the beginning of the runway, that's it. Alright, let's see if I can do better. Okay, we're crossing the numbers, so I'm gonna start slowing down. And I'm a little too high, so yeah, I'm gonna put power idle already. And start my base turn. Of flaps and slow down to 75 knots. Yeah, I still feel like I'm high, so let's put 4 flaps to slow me down as much as possible. Start my final turn. I'm way high again. Let's do a full slip. Try and lose altitude.
500.
Yeah, it's again not a very good approach. And this is a tiny runway, so it's a terrible approach again. Yeah, and it's not. I would go around in real life this kind of approach. But let's see if I can, with the reverser, I can do it. Yeah, with the reverser, no problem. But still not a very satisfying landing because I didn't land where I wanted to land. I was way too high. So I'm gonna do one last attempt. To make a landing that I'm proud of. I don't need the whole runway, I don't think. I'm gonna turn around here. I think that should be enough runway. Let's see if I'm right. It's gonna be a short landing takeoff, so full brakes and full power. Not too much power yet. There you go. There we go. Another taxi speeding. Uh-oh, maybe I was too optimistic about... Oh yes, okay, just in time. That was close. real life I fly a Cessna 172. I never flown a Cessna, which explains why I am not so good at landing it. And why I am eager to practice to get better at it. I only started recently flying it in the career mode because I only was able to buy it recently. And it's a very nice aircraft, I must say. I'm enjoying it. So we're gonna already go down to 1,000 feet. And we're gonna go a little further out to give myself time to lose altitude and speed. Oh, we can't get my well, I guess it doesn't matter, I can keep my flaps on. According to this EFB here, my pattern is too tight, and that is why. So I'm just gonna start my base turn here. That is probably why I was way too high on my approach. This is already looking better. Much better.
500.
All right, now it looks like I'm. I wonder what's the VG. I think I can figure it out on this. Speed. Landing approach should be 78. I'm a little slow actually, so I'm actually gonna have to add power now. I'm a little slow, but I think it's okay. Yeah, now I am looking much better on this approach. That's how I want it. There we go. Now that's an ending I'm comfortable with. Reverser. Okay. That was a decent landing. So let's make a UE. Going in the grass. Okay, flight condition, fuel condition, flight idle, and let's go and park this airplane. So this is what it looks like in the very northern tip of Scotland. There's quite a few lights actually. I was expecting less buildings actually, less lights around. How do I get to that parking. There is no road to it. I think I just go across the grass. There. And I park next to that diamond over there. With a beautiful view of the water. And look at that, there's all those helpers. Okay.
Awesome flight, Captain. Thanks for getting us here safe.
My pleasure. I must say my first landing wasn't particularly safe. Went over some rocks. But thanks. Okay, let's turn off the engine and all the switches. Avionics off, lights off, and battery off. There we go. Mission success. So, oh, we may not get an A on this, given all the, I think I'm gonna miss the A. Oh well, I'm pretty close, but I guess my 3 taxi speeding, because I wanted to retry the landing, might have costed me the A. Ensure cargo integrity. I guess it didn't like my landing. The cargo didn't like my landing either. Airline procedure 75%. Not sure what I did wrong there, and yeah, I think my landings were a little rough, especially the first one, and taxiing in the grass. Okay, how much money is that? 456, not bad. 456,000. I still have an A overall, that's good. Level 131. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's see my next... Yeah, I needed A or above to count toward that goal, unfortunately. But okay, it opens up the northern Scotland, and there's a few light cargo missions that don't make much money up north. Is there any medium cargo somewhere nearby? Nope, no medium cargo. No more medium cargo in all of Europe. And sometimes they pop up after a while. I might have to transfer my plane to America, to the US, because there's a lot more cargo flights, medium cargo flights in the US. Alright, so that was my career mission for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to follow my channel or subscribe, and I will see you on my next streaming session. I usually stream every night around 10 p.m. and 10 p.m. Pacific time, and yeah, we'd love to see you again. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.